Well, hello, everyone. This is Amber Towne Geehan, excuse me, your terrific Tuesday $1 Million Messenger calling you back from, and what a trip we had to Hurricane Mills, Tennessee, at Loretta's Ranch. And what an experience. I mean, it's basically the Olympics for amateur motocross. And so it's pretty crazy. But on my way home, so we had to drive. I flew from Dallas on the last day of seminar straight to Tennessee and was picked up in Tennessee, so I didn't miss opening ceremonies and all that fun stuff. And so I then drove back with my husband and son to Oklahoma, where my son had been training for 4.5 weeks out there at a motocross facility, and picked up my son's truck and our small race trailer. So at that point, we had 3 vehicles from Oklahoma all the way home. And so I was driving the Sprinter van. My husband was driving the truck, pulling the small race trailer, and my son was driving his truck. And so I got an amazing amount of time in listening to some Audible books, listening to some YouTubes, all kinds of fun stuff. Got filled up to the brim. And so as we trekked our last bit home, which I believe the drive total was 37 hours, or no, 27 hours without stops. So who knows what it actually was. It took us from Saturday until yesterday to get home. And so anyway, so back to one of the things I got as I was listening, and I was doing voice text to take notes so that I could share with you guys. So one of the current books that I'm reading right now is called Taking Others With You. And so I was listening to it on Audible as well, and this was just such a great thing. I'm looking at breaking down your goal as we just wrapped up our Mary Kay year. We just are wrapping up seminar. I believe some of you guys are still there, actually. And as we continue into our new year of Mary Kay, the 3 things that I want to share with you that I got from this book. The first thing is, deciding where do you want to be celebrated at the end of the Mary Kay year? Where is that? What career path level do you want to be celebrated at? And what retail sales level do you want to be celebrated at? Do you want to be on sales court? Do you want to be on the recruiting court? Where do you want to be? I know coming off a seminar, your goals are probably big. They're probably grand, and they're probably amazing. But the first thing is to be able to visualize with the future. Visualize the future of what it will look like when you achieve that goal. And I think that first tip is so very important, is that it is great to set the goal, but you have to see yourself there. You have to daily see yourself on the stage, picking up a ring, picking up a diamond bumblebee, celebrating your unit in a unit club. You have to visually see it. Why? Because it is so very important for your subconscious to lock into it so that your daily actions can start changing. And so number 1 is to visualize it. The second thing is to identify the actions you must take to achieve your future vision. So what actions do you need to take to achieve it? Because having that goal and setting that goal without breaking it down to your actions, your ACTIONS's, to get to that place is just a pipe dream if we don't break it down to what your actions need to be. And this, you might need to reach out to your sales director, your senior sales director, that one that has gone before you, just to help wrap your brain around what is it that I need to do to accomplish that. So that's the second thing. And the third thing is to identify the actions you must take to achieve your future. Oh, sorry, I just said that. Sorry, third thing, decide what needs to happen each day and each week to drive it to completion. Now, this is breaking it down to, as Mary Kay always says, eating an elephant one bite at a time. Because when you can break your goal down to what activity do I need to do daily and weekly, you can set the course. You can set the course and decide that I am no longer going to be the person that said I wish I had. I'm not going to go back to seminar setting the same goal over and over again because I'm going to do something about it. It comes down to your daily action. It comes down to your daily discipline that will turn into a habit. 63 days of doing one thing, deciding every single day I'm going to do this thing. It will cross you over into from being the discipline to a habit. and it is so very worth it. Last night I was sharing with my team about when I was a consultant, and consistency wasn't my best thing. I wasn't consistent in my daily actions. I wasn't consistent even in my weekly actions. I was a consistent star, and I was barely a red jacket when I decided I no longer wanted to play Mary Kay, and I wanted to kick it to the next gear. And still today, the same action will serve me. So 21-day blitz for me at that time was the minimum every single day I needed to get was a new name and number and a new booking every single day. I tracked it for 21 days. I allowed myself 3 misses. And in those 3 misses, I used it as my Sabbath. So if I wanted to take Sunday off, I had to get a name and number and a booking every single day, Monday through Saturday, not just Monday through Friday, Monday through Saturday, and I took a day of rest. And I would reward myself with something. Now, the key was I had to start building a lead pile up. I had to build a resource because I didn't have friends and family I could reach out to book a party for me. They were all in Mary Kay. So I had to go out, and I did warm chatter, which was very fearful for me at first. But I was willing to do the uncomfortable to have a life that I wanted. I was no longer comfortable not being able to pay my bills. I was no longer comfortable making goals at the very last second. I was no longer comfortable being inconsistent in my life. I wanted that success. So I was willing to do the things that were different that I knew needed to happen and change in order to build that consistency and that success. So my consistency has become something that is normal for me. It's what I do. It's day in, day out, day over. Today I'm up and going to the gym, and I got home yesterday. Why? Because it's a part of my daily routine. And so, but consistency used to not be. So how do you tackle it? You tackle it 63 days at a time, broken into 21 days at a time, and you decide to go after that one thing. But the key is if your 21-day base is, let's say, as simple as getting 1 name and number and 1 booking a day, and you get 5 names and numbers and 5 bookings one day, that doesn't mean you take 5 days off. Remember, I said I needed to build consistency. So the next day I had to still get 1 name and number and 1 booking. That was the key to the 21-day blitz that absolutely catapulted my business. By the 2nd month, I was on target for my car. By the 3rd month, I was in DIQ, and we soared through DIQ with no less than 10,000 in wholesale production every single month. It was that simple because of seeing consistent effort and doing those little things that we talk about so much that are so easy to do and so easy not to do, but also tracking, because a tracked number grows. And if you choose that you want to build success and move outside your comfort zone, then track the thing that you want to grow and be accountable to somebody. So either way, that was from my learning on the road home and the audio book or YouTube. I can't remember which one I was listening to on the way home, but hopefully it was a blessing for you today. This is Amber Towne Geehan, your terrific Tuesday $1 Million Messenger, signing off. Have an amazing Tuesday.